We visited the famous Mayan ruins of Uxmal, south of Mérida, in the Yucatán Peninsula of Mexico. It is a large site measuring over 400 meters in the north-south direction and over 200 meters in the east-west direction. The impressive structures at the site include the Temple of the Magician, the Nunnery Quadrangle, the Pocketok Ball Court, the Great Pyramid, the House of Turtles, the Governor's Palace, and the Temple of Columns. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is in a region of favorable soil and rainfall. This allowed the Mayans to thrive and build cities. Uxmal reached its peak of civilization between 600 and 900 of the Common Era, after which it was largely abandoned. From this vantage point, three of the structures in the city can be viewed. The ball court where the Mayan game of Pocketok was played, the Nunnery Quadrangle is named by Spanish priests in the 17th century, and the famous Pyramid of the Magician. Legends tell of a dwarf magician that built the temple overnight. However, it is much more likely that it was built in 5 stages over 300 years. Let's take a walk around this beautiful structure. One of the unusual aspects of this pyramid is that the 4 base corners are rounded and not square. As you can see, the pyramid has many ornately carved stones, as in these pieces that we found stacked in a pile near the temple. Immediately adjacent to the Pyramid of the Magician is the Nunnery Quadrangle, an impressive structure which, as the name implies, is enclosed on 4 sides. An unimaginative Spanish priest named the structure as nuns often lived in buildings with quadrangle layouts. Portions of all of the buildings have been restored. Here you can see the archaeologists identifying marks for the order of reconstruction. The buildings are very rectangular and have ornately carved facades, largely dedicated to the Mayan rain god Choc, in hopes of plentiful rainfall in this relatively arid region. Stairs in this hallway lead up to the quad. Here is an excellent example of the face of Choc. Let's take a tour around this magnificent structure. The quad could be exited through an arch which leads to the Pocketok Ball Court. The open-ended court originally had structures on top of the side walls, which were eventually eroded over time. The ball target stone ring displays glyphs that name Lord Chalk as the ruler at the time and a dedication date that corresponds to 901 CE. This may have been one of the last structures ever built at Uxmal. A path leads from the Pocketok Ball Court to the Great Pyramid. The pyramid has a wide staircase with 9 levels. Perhaps this represents the 9 levels of the underworld. The small temple at the top contains geometric designs as well as chalk masks. From the Grand Pyramid, a short walk leads to the House of Turtles. The name comes from a row of turtles carved on the facade. The House of Turtles is on the same raised platform as the impressive Governor's Palace. The Governor's Palace is one of the most beautiful buildings in Uxmal. It is set upon a massive 4-tiered platform measuring about 143 meters by 157 meters. The palace itself is 96 meters in length. Excavations of the platform base have found earlier chambers, arches, and passageways. The courtyard has a low platform with staircases on each side. The center of the platform supports a 2-headed jaguar sculpture known as the Throne of the Jaguar. After climbing down a steep staircase leading from the governor's palace to behind the ball court, one finds the Temple of Columns. This building of 11 columns sits next to the Pyramid of the Magician. We enjoyed our visit to this impressive site. It was a fun day of strolling in the warm weather while taking many photos and videos. We hope that you enjoyed the images taken during our visit to this great location. A trip to the western Yucatan is not complete without seeing these ruins for yourself.